And welcome back to more Super Paper Mario. Last time we explored the Flopside and collected a bunch of things that we hadn't had access to yet, or just it wasn't important at the time. There's a lot of things that are just like, yeah, we're kind of saving the world right now, kinda can put that off till later. First of all, there's something there. Here, I'll show it to you. So, like in Flopside, we have this warp pipe to another section of the 3rd floor. So again, this is going to be kind of like Deja Vu, a little bit. But again, there are different collectibles that are worth pointing out. So, first of all, we still have the block puzzle, except it's actually worse this time if I recall correctly. It kind of loops around to my knowledge. And it doesn't just go like in a straight staircase, it kind of goes all over the place. So this is gonna be fun, trying to navigate. I think Peach might be a better option for this, just because if I miss a jump, we can at least float down. This is a very fascinating platforming puzzle, but it's a little too roundabout for my taste. I'd prefer more of a straight line like a Flopside, but I do kind of like this because... oh shoot, from the standpoint of... like, Flopside is the easy version, and Flopside is like the harder version. I actually kind of like that balance. How they kind of ramp up the difficulty actually pretty nicely, so I, again, kind of am okay with this. So we should only have like 2 more blocks left, thankfully. I like how you still approach from the left side both, because these blocks, loop around. Also, I did not mean to tattle Dottie, but there you go. The cooking disc W. So another cooking disc to work with. Now, if we come over here, we have another mystery block. Now, can we actually do anything with this? Because I don't immediately see, like, Piccolo on it. So I actually don't know if we can interact with this. Okay, that does work. I guess that's also clever because they don't have Piccolo on that block, but also no room makes sense because we got Merlon's back in Flopside. But it makes sense actually because it's like, oh, this puzzle, yeah, it's like the same thing. So it's like if you figure it out in Flopside, you also know the solution for Flopside. So it's kind of an interesting way to go about puzzle solving. Also Anastasia over there. Because it's kind of cool how like she's in the one side and Trunks was looking for her in the same place, just in the wrong version of the town. So if we actually come all the way over here, I don't think there's anything. To my knowledge, I don't think there's anything over here. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the point of this is, to be entirely honest. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time in the outskirts, because we already kind of explored the outskirts quite extensively when we were already there. But there was still, I think, a couple things we actually did miss. So it pays to go back and look around. So, the Flopside first floor outskirts. More difficult enemies, but still not that bad. Also, I haven't done the action commands in a really long time, so there you go. One stylish command for you. I just don't think about it that much. Also, shaking the controller is just unreliable. Again, I'm one of those people who would have actually been okay with the some elements of the Wii to GameCube transition, or the GameCube to Wii transition, more things staying in here than actually did, if that makes sense. We have here the Piccolo card. What I mean by that is, you know, some games kind of kept some elements, like multi-controller, like multiple controller styles. This is not one of those games, I wish it was, because I think a classic controller would actually be interesting. The only thing is, oh, how you use the pointer. You have a right stick. A lot of Switch games are actually starting to do that, where you can just use the right stick or the gyro, because the Switch actually does have some motion features to actually move a cursor. So I know Captain Toad does that, and people actually say it's pretty good. You know, obviously no touchscreen, but you know, you can take what you can get. Also, there's a little bit of odd delay when you actually use the tattle. Like, there's a bit of a cooldown. Like, it doesn't seem like you can point at the screen immediately after, which is a little weird. Not a deal breaker. Also, why am I doing this? I'm legitimately questioning why I'm doing this to myself. Let's just use Luigi, shall we? Now here it might not look like there's anything, but again, everything is reversed, so there is still something here. Also, that's just better hidden, so never mind. Perspective is also just being kind of played with. Now, there's no switch here. We actually can't enter the Flopside Pivot 100 trials until we clear the Flipside Pivot 100 trials, so we'll have to come back here later to further explore. And likewise, Waldenberg is over here as well. I actually don't know how much this costs. You're coming here often, yeah? You are not having the job, making the money, but that's neither in the here nor in the there. I have inspected here, yeah? I'm thinking I can make the pipe to Black Tower's base. We're covering the 100. Oh, that's still 100. Cool. So we need 200. Which is actually, I say, oh, we need 200, but like, that's actually kind of a lot. So we're gonna have to tackle that a little bit later, I guess. So, coming up here to the B1 of Flopside, we have a lot more we can actually do. I'm pretty sure this trick still works. Again, because... Oh, it doesn't. Because there's this, like, wall here, so it's a little bit different. Like, the actual, layout is different, so there's nothing hidden in the wall, so that's cool. No harm done. But over... Did I... Oh, wait. Did I go in a circle? I think I went in a circle. Because here's the club. Oops. Anyway, here is another bar, but there's a little bit of a secret. You know how there's a minigame in the other one? Well, in this equivalent, we have the gold card that allows you to play a hidden arcade game in Flipside, and we also have another cooking disc B. So we got another disc in hand. Still need to actually see what's on the other side of the water, because I messed up. Like, I don't know why I got so turned around, but I did. Let's go over here. So when we come out this side, we have another salesman. Hi there, I'm Flam, the map chap. I saw the hidden mysteries of the world here. So, are you into maps or what? Because this chap is... Oh, these maps I saw, they've got great pictures. Pictures of treasures. Each map shows you where to go, and if you find the treasure, it's yours. So what do you think? I mean, that's cool, right? And you're here, so buy one. Good, pick a map. We are too broke for any of these, but there are 12 maps, apparently. I thought there were more, but they all have different descriptions. And if we were to actually buy one, we could actually go to... maybe we don't have the option yet, but I think there's a way to view maps and they do have a picture with them. We'll actually go after all of them at some point. But not today, because we have no coins. So obviously I'm gonna have to farm for coins again. So we'll go over that at a later time as well. When we're actually doing the treasure hunting, I think we need to go to that stage. So we're gonna talk about level grinding there. So back up here, just a refresher that this particular cafe, restaurant, I don't know what to call this, but it basically allows you to cook 2 things at a time, so it's a little bit different. Discs still carry over across both, from what I gather. So again, you can use them in either to my knowledge, but again, you have more complicated recipes there. This is the cooking disc I was trying to get last time. It should be on the table. Cooking disc Y. I thought that was in Flipside for some reason. So, this is floor 1, right? So before we go back up to floor 2, let's do some more exploring. If we... is it this house? It's this house, isn't it? if we actually talk to this guy with Peach, to be honest, you're quite exquisite, but your haircut terrible, so tousled, so unruly. Or what is the word? So yesterday, monsieur. Wait one moment, I will transform you into a work of art, the epitome of woman. Voila, you monsieur, perfection! Alright, c'est vous. Are you ready to make your debut, hon? This is the world awaits. Your beauty is fragile, hon. This hairstyle is very hard to maintain, be careful. So, this hairstyle is basically the same, but in a ponytail. So it's like, yeah, he really didn't do a whole lot for us. A lot less than he made it out sound. So, by the way, if we actually switch back to Peach at this point, yeah, her hair's back to normal. So when he said it's fragile, he really meant it. It gets messed up really quickly. So in here we have another catch card place. Yo, your Sand fondest hopes, a card shop selling hope for coins, never been here. Yeah, well what we got here are your basic hot cards and catch card SPs. Hot cards are really awesome, they've got characters on them. You sell hot cards for different prices depending on how, rare they are. There's a catch card SP on your basic baddie and you'll capture the dude. These cards are good at catching your enemies, but you can only use them once. If you bring the cards you don't need here, I'll buy them off you, no questions. Yo, what you need? So, it's a little bit different because it's not like a random thing. But it's rarer too, so we got like tougher enemies to deal with. Like Francis. Like normally you wouldn't be able to get that card too easily. Ninjon, which is I think one of the ninjas in the Samurai tournament. Yeah, these are all things that have like hard catch rates. But again, you can also just buy catch card SPs, which are your like ultra balls for this game. Not like a proven 100%, but it's like better than a regular catch card. So again, a catch card is like a Pokeball, and a catch card SP is like an Ultra Ball. Best comparison I can come up with. This actually didn't take us long, but I think we pretty much covered everything in town. This should take us back to floor 2. And I don't think there's anything else to really see in town, so we should be good. Got all the cooking discs that we can in Flipside and Flopside. We got all the treasures to my knowledge, and next time, oh boy. Next time, I think it's about time we start the Pit of 100 Trials. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Super Paper Mario.